Pesachim Daf, Tzadik Beis. Today's email comes from Yomi from Teaneck, New Jersey. He says, I just want to write a note to say thank you to MDY Chaver that are actually bringing Mashiach. The amazing kibbutz Galuyos are bringing together thousands of Jews from all over the world to learn together every day, and also every type of Jew, Ashkenazim, Sephardim, such as myself, Litvaks, Hasidim, Teimanim, Yeshivish, Marin, Chilonim, and like we just learned on Daf Peizayin, even Gerim, like Mr. Duffy from Ireland. And even more importantly, the unbelievable ongoing chesed that is being done daily by the people in this Chabura, and such a Havas Chinam. What more do we need to bring Mashiach and Beis HaMikdash? The spread of the shir is real. So many people that he knows. My Daf Yomi life started a little over a year ago with the new cycle of Sechus Brachos after attending the incredibly inspiring Sima Shas at MetLife Stadium. But that Daf Yomi life was reborn when I started Masechus Pesachim with your shir. Keep it up, and we'll meet up soon. Ezra Hashem Yerushalayim Abnuya next month. Yo Mizrahi from Teaneck, New Jersey. Thank you all. Brand new Mishnah. Mishnah tells us that the concept of aninos, when somebody loses a loved one, one of the close relatives, when it's a derabanan aninos, such as the night following, that does not push off Korban Pesach, because there's certain cases, as we'll see, that Rabbanan didn't impose their gzeira when it comes to the iraisis. So therefore, if somebody's a oinen, he'll eat his Korban Pesach at night. But the rest of the korbanos, if somebody's a oinen midrabanan, he does not eat the kachim at night. If somebody hears that his loved one died at a later stage, or they gathered his parents' bones, not he himself, somebody else did. So now that's not even an aninos deraisa during the day, so certainly there shouldn't be aninos derabanan. So he goes ahead, he's toivel, and he eats even kachim. If a person became a ger erev Pesach, Machlokes Bishami still whether he could eat the Korban Pesach that following night. Bishami say he eats toivel and he eats. Beisil says whoever's perished from the arla, gets rid of his arla, is like touching a dead body, and therefore he's tummy for 7 days. And the reason is because Beisil said we have to make a gzeira, so that the following year this ger shouldn't think that he was toivel for his tumah and he became tahar immediately. So they imposed a 7-day tumah, so he remembers that tumah lasts for 7 days, but that doesn't apply to a Jew who's always careful with tumah. Says the Gemara, this Arel that cannot eat his Korban Pesach, today he became a ger right now, he's no longer an Arel, but he cannot eat his Korban Pesach at night. That's one of 3 things that Chachamim imposed their gzeira on a person, even though it would lead not to bring the Korban Pesach. Hazah, sprinkling someone who touched a dead body. You have to sprinkle the person on the 3rd day, on the 7th day. If the 7th day falls out on Shabbos, which is Erev Pesach, we do not sprinkle that person, because Hazah is a shvus, it's the Rabbanan Gzeira that you might carry the ash water in Rosh Hashanah, and therefore comes out, he won't bring his Korban Pesach. The knife of a bris milah, you cannot carry it through the gagos, chatzeris, and karfifiyas. These are 3 reshuyos that are only midrabanan asur. Again, Chachamim imposed the gzeira, even though if you don't perform a bris milah on your child, it's asur for you to eat the Korban Pesach. Now there's 3 cases where Chachamim did not impose the gzeira, and that is, as we said in the Mishnah, oinen. That's the first one. A mitzaira whose 8th day of tahara falls out on Erev Pesach, and he saw a keri, he's toivel and he sticks his big finger, his thumb, his large toe, and his ear into Sharni Koinar, and he becomes tahar. Either because in the assay of kares, of bringing a Korban Pesach, is more chomer and overrides the assay of the Tful Yoim, of the Balkari, should not go into the Beis HaMikdash, or as Rabbi Yochanan says, the whole Isser for Tful Yoim, this Balkari, to go into the Beis HaMikdash, is only in the Rabbanan, and they did not impose their gzeira when it comes to bring a Korban Pesach. And finally, a Pesach Pras, and that is, if there's a grave in a field, and they plowed over the grave, and there might be small fragments of bones, so Chacham said what you could do is you could get on all 4 and blow your way through the field. They said you could do this in order to bring a Korban Pesach, but you cannot do this, you cannot go through the field in order to bring your Meiser Sheni. And with that we finish Perek Ha'isha, and a brand new Perek. Misha Haya, person was Tameh, he touched a dead corpse, or he was far away from Beis HaMikdash. Either he was a Shogeg, an Oines, and even a mazid. These are people who, if they didn't make a Korban Pesach on Pesach Rishon, they could bring the Korban Pesach on Pesach Sheni a month later. What happens? Such a person, he's far away from the Beis Hamikdash, whatever the reason, and somebody else brought the Korban Pesach for him. Is he Yaitze or not? Rav Nachman says he was Yaitze. The Torah had Rachmanas in him and said you could bring the Korban if you want a month later, but if somebody does it for you, you have a shliach. And you see this from the lashon of the Mishnah. Says Rav Nachman, says V'lo yasa. He didn't feel like bringing the Korban Pesach, that he had the ability to and he didn't want to. Rav Shesha says no. Lo yasa is referring to a case that's not mentioned in the Mishnah. We have to add the case of somebody who's mezid, and also a case of an oinen. And if oinen just lost a relative that day, didn't bring a Korban Pesach, somebody else could bring for him. However, Rav Sheshes holds if they shechted the Korban Pesach for somebody who's tamei or far away, he doesn't count for him. Lo yhurtza. We push him off like we push off somebody who's tamei and cannot bring for him. And he says, and it's mashma from the Mishnah itself, because the end of the Mishnah says these are those who are chayiv kares. Now, who's chayiv kares? Meaning, we must say, these two that we just added to the Mishnah, chayiv kares. Somebody who did it deliberately, didn't bring a Korban Pesach, chayiv kares. And an oinen, even though he lost a loved one, he should have brought a Korban Pesach, and if he doesn't, he's chayiv kares. Rav Nachman says no. The only person who's chayiv kares is somebody who deliberately didn't bring the Korban Pesach, but an oinen is not chayiv kares. The fact that it says in the Mishnah, Elu chayavim, like we're talking about two cases, and according to Rav Nachman, it's only one case, it's only because the beginning of the Mishnah says, Turim, Lashon Rabbim, so we use the Lashon chayavim. Rav Shimon the Gemara says, holds like Rabbi Akiva. Just like a tamei, even if he wants to bring this Korban Pesach, he cannot bring it. Same thing, somebody who's far away, even though he wants to bring it with a shliach, he cannot bring it. Have a wonderful day.